Hi guys, in this video I'm going to be taking a look at this new game from Ash Barker, Gamma Wolves.
Scruffy Crow.
So I've had this book a couple of days now, and I've been having a good old flick through. I'm not going to be able to give any kind of review on the way the game plays, because obviously I've not been able to play it yet. But I will be looking at the general quality of the book, the artwork, and my thoughts on putting a crew together. Okay, so first things first, this is a game about mech combat. So it reminds me a little bit of Mech Warrior from when I was a kid. That was one of computer game I definitely got into. Though it also sort of crossed over into the sort of realms of Gundam and all that sort of Japanese anime sort of robots as well. In the book you choose from a number of factions, from sort of Russian Junker type faction to American super soldiers, and yeah, even sort of artificial intelligence, sort of post-singularity robots. So really the sort of mechs you can field, it's completely open really. There's also a couple of scales you can play this in. So my initial thought was to play it with my Conflict 47 mechs, because you can play it into like a 25, 50, 100mm scale models for the three basic sizes of mechs. There's light, medium and large. But I think what we're going to do is I'm going to play it in the larger, what they call the toy scale, and we're going to use 50 as the smallest size, to 100 for my medium mechs, to 150. So it's quite large models, but I don't think you're ever going to have more than 6 models each on the table. So it's going to be quite nitty gritty. And one of the things that drew me to that was when we first started playing War Machine, and we only had a couple of 2 or 3 mechs on each side and not much else. We spent a lot more time sort of head locking and arm locking and headbutting, and it made for a more sort of in-depth, sort of grittier game. So I'm hoping I'll get a lot of that out of this. The book is published by Osprey Games, as is a lot of books on my bookshelf. And as you can expect, the rules are laid out nice and clearly. Nice big diagrams, full colour pages, nice sturdy book. Everything you'd expect from an Osprey book, and as ever there's some beautiful bits of art in here. So we've got mechs ranging from this sort of more military sort of style. You've got your Gundam style giant mechs there, which is pretty cool. And then my favourite bit of art in the book, this one, which is like one of the more futuristic mechs, but with at the front of a helicopter grafted on it to make a human pilot area. Very post-apocalyptic. I really like that aesthetic. So I've spent most of my time so far in this book looking at the first few pages where you choose pilots. So you've got a pilot, for a one-off game anyway, you've got a pilot pool of 12 points, and a normal sort of average pilot is 3 points. So my first list I'm going to go for about 4, just straight trained pilots. There's 3 levels, so you can get rookies, which are only 2, and veterans, which are 4. So yeah, I'm going to go down the middle. So as I said, you're not going to get many models on the table. So the next section is you choose your mechs. So once again, I'm going to go straight down the middle. I'm going to go for mediums. Most of the factions allow you to take 1 or 2 big ones, 1 or 2 small ones, and mostly mediums anyway. And as for the faction, I'm going to go with the Ronin. These guys remind me of sort of mercs. They're from the Free Cities. That's very much my thing. I quite like that. I think that'll give me some good sort of modelling opportunity to make these guys sort of stand out. I'm thinking of maybe a sort of World War II sort of fighter plane punk style look, with some pin-ups, shark teeth, that sort of thing, maybe some big old circles, maybe even a bit of dazzle camo. We'll see how I feel. And the models I'm using I have actually already picked out and ordered. So for those I have looked to a company I've used before actually, Technolog, I don't know, Russian company anyway. I picked up these dwarves from here a while back, and I'm pretty happy with those. They do a lot of just insanely cheap plastic kits, but I've certainly not looked at this stuff before. So the range I was looking at for this is RoboGear. Now from some of the scale picks you can see they're going to look quite good, I think, on a 100mm base. They're quite big kits, and they're selling them for $4 each. So for less than 20 quid I ended up picking up 6 mechs off these guys, 2 of the smaller ones and 4 of these bigger ones, 2 T-Rexes, a Griffin, and a Werewolf. Obviously, these aren't the most detailed and amazing kits in the world, but I'm going to go with these for 3 reasons. A, the price. I said you can't beat that. A model that size for $4, I can't think of any way you get that. Secondly is the style of them. They very much remind me of the old MechWarrior games that I quite liked. There's something about the style of them that I think I could definitely work with. And thirdly, the availability. So they are going to take a month or so to get here from Russia, but they are available to buy. I could just pick them up. Whereas a lot of the mechs that people are using for Gamma Wolves that I've seen on the Facebook group are pretty much all discontinued. There's actually a massive gap in the market at the moment for mech kits other than Gundam, which I think is a bit of a shame. So the loadouts available on these kits is going to sort of inform my decision as to how I'm going to build these kits, but I have built this basic list. And if there is anything specific I want, there's always Thingiverse and my 3D printer to print off any extra parts. One modification I'm definitely going to have to look at for a couple of these anyway is the cockpits. On a couple of the models, these are open, and I want to kind of remove any kind of scale to this, because I think these are currently scaled at sort of 28mm roughly, or 30mm, but I want to make these mechs look like they would fit in a sort of 15mm 144 sort of scale as well. So I want to cover up those cockpits and sort of try and remove anything that gives away the scale, so they're more multi-purpose that way. So yeah, I can't wait for those to arrive and get my hands on them and start building some giant robots. And I'm genuinely excited to dig deeper into these rules and really get a feel for them. As I said, I can't make any comment on how it plays yet because I've not even tried it. But as a bit of a side game, this is something that's definitely got me quite excited. Because mostly just because of how different it is from anything else that I play. So, have any of you guys looked into Gamma Wolves? What models are you using? Because that seems to be the hard point of this. What models would you pick out? Is this the sort of thing that interests you? Let me know the answers to any of those in the comments, or even come and sign on the Discord and let me know what you think. If you want to see more content for Gamma Wolves, let me know, subscribe, and hopefully at some point I'll at least give it a playtest. So as ever, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!